Alrighty, what is up, guys? Aldo here. Wanted to give you an update on Bitcoin Ethereum. Crazy day today with Binance. Looks like they're going to acquire FTX. Got the little pump out of that. Now it's coming back down. This type of stuff usually happens on, I think it's a lunar eclipse. I know it's definitely a full moon. So crazy day today. Got the elections tonight as well. Wanted to show you guys the latest I've been doing. So short on Bitcoin Ethereum, still short on Doge. Bitcoin Ethereum trades, I mean, it was kind of an unexpected event. I added to those trades risk-free because I set my stop loss to my new entry point. I do that a lot. A lot of times it does get stopped out in profit, but sometimes you can make a lot with that. Like kind of what I said here, then we pumped up, kind of hard to predict that event. You know, you were seeing the LX on the E2 hour, so there was a good chance it would come down more. And then the latest, I'll give you guys almost a freebie here. A lot of the move of this trade has been made. There is an ETH short in right now. I think we got a good shot of hitting it. You got the $1,500, that barrier right here, so more conservatively to take profits here a little bit early if you're shorting right now. But I'm way ahead on the Bitcoin and the ETH short from before, the ones that got stopped on profit. So we'll see what happens with this. Ultimately, you know, it seems like we could come down. You got the midterms tomorrow. Not the easiest market to predict. Maybe wait till after you get the outcome of the midterms. I have a feeling tomorrow could be a green day if it's good news for the Republicans. That could already be factored in, though. That could already be factored in the prices. Right before we get into the analysis right now, and oh, by the way, guys, if you're interested in the exclusive Discord, link in description below with what you saw for trade entries. There's also exclusive TA there as well. There's a silver trade, do trades, not as much, but occasionally with other stuff too. Silver, I'm really bullish on. So crypto right here. Check out my Twitch live. We're going to be live tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talk about the election, talk about obviously Bitcoin, everything. We have a good time in these live streams. Come in, say hi. Let me know what you want me to talk about. Please follow the channel. Link in description below. Let's get into the analysis right now. So start with Bitcoin here, and it's pretty wild. You know, this kind of unpredictable pump we had earlier. Let's just talk about that a tiny bit. I mean, how would you have been able to get this? You were seeing this here, you know, 22-minute bullish div. You would have got part of this move if you went in after it confirmed, but now you'd be underwater right now. So, you know, sometimes when you get these big, you know, new moves with the news, you know, and then people see the headlines on CNBC, they just sell. So that's what happens. Sometimes they just kind of end up as short squeezes. That's why, you know, when you're short and take your profits early, set that stop loss to the entry point, because anything could happen, guys. There's always, you know, things to get you out. The house always has a little bit of an advantage sometimes, so you got to look into that. By the way, if you guys want to trade, link in the description below for BITGET, free $100 USDT position down below. You need to create a new account to get that. Use a VPN if you're in the US. Don't want to show anything else though, so let's get into that's all I'm showing today. Let's get into the analysis. Your 2-day right here, it's not a bearish div, but I mean a 2-day red dot while you're pretty high in the green ultimately could bring you down a good amount. I mean, if we look at, you know, obviously you're not too far off, you know, what your almost all-time high was before you had, you know, the actual all-time high, and then you came down. So, you know, be careful when you're in the green here. There's probably, obviously here when you're heading into the bull market, you know, it's the time to buy. But, you know, if we go back to, yeah, I mean, here you went not as high. It still could end up kind of like this, where you just curve down. There is that possibility of capitulation after midterms in a few weeks or so. We'll see what happens. You know, November, December, historically, I know November historically for the past few years, we were talking about this yesterday, is a bad month overall. Even in 2020, when it did turn out to be a green month, you still had that big drop down around Thanksgiving. So be careful with that. That could ultimately happen here. We'll see if this year is different. But, you know, I think there's a good shot of, you know, something, even if you don't capitulate, if it's not too bad, you know, something like this over here, you know, coming down 26%, something along those lines, to get down a little bit farther, kind of for a potential bottom here. Not saying that's necessarily going to happen, but I'm saying like either we kind of stay between this, you know, set 18K range to 25 range for, could be until mid 2023, who knows, you know, it's like 2015, there could be a relatively sideways year here, or you capitulate downward and then you get that bottom and you gradually kind of go up, and then maybe you're more sideways in 2023 back at these points before you really see the next bull run start in 2024. That could potentially happen here. Also, what we have on some of these lower time frames, obviously bearish div. I mean, we got to look at the daily as well. Big bearish div right here, split RSIs. that obviously this could bring you down quite a bit, guys. And if you lose that 300 weekly moving average, your next big place there is high 14s. Then after that, 400 weekly moving average at mid 13s. So, you're still on thin ice here. You're still on thin ice here. So yeah, some of these time frames, essentially the same thing. What I'm looking forward to, I'm sure in ETH right now, but what I'm looking forward to potentially enter a Bitcoin short, maybe on the 8 hour, if this, excuse me, curves into the red, because these are usually pretty good places, especially in bear markets. See, you came into the green, curved into the red. That one didn't work out too well. This was, kind of a red herring there, yet another, jump up to, kind of stop everybody out. But this one finally brings you down. And I think the majority of these, at least 2 out of 3, well, this was 3 out of 4 right here. See, these crossovers do give you something good. Here, you would have been fine if you had a stop loss above this swing high. So you would have been fine. That would have been a great trade. Well, this is a long time ago, back in June. But yeah, so you actually absolutely could be getting close to some type of breakout here. Some people think we hit the bottom. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. My strategies are kind of the same, whether we hit the bottom, whether we didn't. You got to be prepared for both ways because anything can happen in these markets. Looks like we just hit our first take profit for ETH, or getting very, very close to it. We'll talk about that in just a second. And yeah, I mean, hourly, you confirmed, the bullish div, not in the 2 hour, but the bullish div in the hourly. It could be one of those things where it just rolls right back over, that just big jump up to stop everybody out. Nice blue triangle, trend reversal on the 30-minute, and you're coming back down. And same deal, kind of neutral on the 15-minute. Nothing to really say there. No good curvature yet. All these low time frames, I don't see anything overly bullish. Probably, you're still deep in the red. I would be leaning more bearish. Well, let's move on to Ethereum right now. So we hit our first take profit. This was a nice trade in the Discord. By the way, guys, I already mentioned, but it's a link in the description below if you're interested in that. Obviously not right 100% of the time. I'd be a billionaire in a matter of weeks if I was. Got to think logically, but we do very well in there overall. September, October were amazing months. November has been a really good month overall. Obviously good risk management, things like that are the secret in this game. But yeah, so the big thing on the 3-day here, look, I mean, these usually bring you down a good amount. It could be possible that this one doesn't work out. In the bull market over here, it brought you kept it going up, but I don't know. It seems like to me, your next main stop is going to be 1300. And even if we already hit the bottom here, it seems likely that you'd mess around with 1300. I think it's pretty inevitable as well that you'd come down to like 1100 at some point here. Split RSIs on the daily, yeah, could bring you down. The same deal as Bitcoin. Really high, with the money flow here in the 2-day. This is almost near the absolute top. I mean, getting out right there would not have been a bad idea in terms of that money flow. Only thing is, if you're going into a bull market, then obviously you missed out on the majority of the gains here. You probably missed out on what? Let's see, about 10x there. So, it's not always the only time where it's not a bad idea to get out is if you're heading right into a bull run. Do I think it's likely we're heading into another bull run? Very unlikely. I would say very unlikely, but anything is possible. Same deal as Bitcoin, bearish div. Seems inevitable that you're going to kind of get down to this point. I mean, if the Republicans do good tomorrow, I think, like I said earlier, there could be a little jump up tomorrow with all the markets, but that could kind of already be priced in because it's already priced in. They're already kind of favored to do well, and then say the Democrats do better than what some people think, then that could bring kind of the market down. I think ultimately people are saying if Republicans win, they're supposed to do better, in terms of the market. I think that's a bunch of hogwash. I don't think it's really going to influence much in terms of the market, maybe just some short-term stuff. But I think inevitably, we're for S&P 500, we're about halfway to the bottom. I don't think it's going to take a lot to change that. The main debate is just crypto will act more like gold and bottom out, before S&P 500 or NASDAQ, or just kind of follows them. We'll see. That's the big question here. And we are really seemingly dumping down quite a bit more here. Wow. This is all the way, all that little, just sell the news, sell, you see front, it did it exactly too. Like I saw a front page. That's another good thing. There's some traders in the Discord, even in the free community, you guys could check out that talk about it. You sell it's just, you see the headline, big Ethereum up 10%, big up 10%. The other thing too, that I want to show you guys here is what I was looking at. One of the reasons I entered a short is because I saw this yellow X and obviously it confirmed and you just pumped up. That was why I added to the short risk group before. It didn't work out obviously, but look at this. I mean, I was looking at these and I was going all the way back. You know, some of them pumped up a little bit. And I was going all the way back here, and then I saw this one. I'm like, oh, well, maybe, let's say it's like this one. You know, how much could you pump up? This was about 9.2%. I'm like, we already pumped up 10%. We should come down. You know, short should win here. That was one of the things I looked at. So you could find, you know, find new patterns. You know, find your own strategy. Find new patterns on these charts that could give you what you're looking for. Give you what you're looking for. Absolutely. So that's going to be really good. That's the analysis for Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Check out my link for BITGET down below if you want to make some of these trades. Free $100 USDT position down below. Obviously, you need to be an experienced trader. You need a VPN if you're in the US, and you need to create a new account. Doesn't hurt to have more than one account. Get the bonus twice. Why not? So check that out. Also, follow my Twitch. We're going to be live 6 p.m. tonight. I'm probably going to be on for a while to see some of the election things. Maybe I'll go on at 6, and then I'll take a break and come on. You know, more and more stuff is coming out, you know, 8 p.m. It'll be interesting to see. Also thinking of maybe doing once in a while stuff with video games on here. Let me know, or maybe chess. I want to get better at chess. There's new things to kind of study, to learn, keep your mind strong. So we're always looking to do that. And yeah, the Discord, by the way, I already mentioned that. Link in the description below if you guys are interested. Check all those things out. Hope you guys have a good day. Enjoy the full moon. Goodbye.